All right, it looks like the Apple Car is taking one additional step toward quite probably becoming a reality here soon. Let's take a look at this Wall Street Journal article that came out today, February 5th, 2020. Kia, we all know who they are, the South Korean auto manufacturer. Kia has proposed a potential partnership to assemble Apple's long-awaited electric car in Georgia, according to people familiar with the matter. Now, this would make sense for Kia because this could be a way that they survive into the future. Now, companies have started to say that they're not going to deal with the ICE or internal combustion engine anymore. We've seen General Motors come out just last week and say, as of 2035, they're no longer going to manufacture internal combustion engine driven vehicles. So we see that trend coming to an end. And it looks like Kia is positioning itself, or at least trying to get on the other side of this thing and partner with Apple in order to turn out a vehicle that is merged with Apple's technology. Now, Apple wants to infuse their vehicle with a lot of autonomous driving features. That is the wave of the future. And it makes sense because if you don't have to spend time driving, I used to drive to DC every morning, and I used to get up pretty early to do that. It took me an hour to get there and like an hour and a half to get back. So basically, I was working a pretty decent part-time job in terms of my travel time to and from DC. I could have been productive during those hours, doing other things if, like Knight Rider, the car drove itself. So this is where we're going. We're going toward electric autonomous vehicles. Now, this proposal, Kia's proposal, would involve a multi-billion-dollar investment. And this is, again, according to people familiar with the matter. They're not naming names here because Apple likes to keep stuff under their tight to their vest. They're a very secretive company when it comes to their technology and their projects. But it says, if successful, it would thrust the iPhone maker, Apple, into the car business after several years of secretive work in which its engineers plotted to upend the 100-plus-year-old automotive industry. Now, I take issue with that sentence because, come on, let's be real. Tesla has already upended the 100-plus-year-old automotive industry. Apple is coming in after the fact. Now, that's not saying that they won't be wildly successful. You don't have to be the first to market in order to be the most successful company in, whatever it is you're doing. So we'll see. We'll see who comes out on top. And you know what? Quite probably it won't be a matter of someone coming out on top. Right now, we have several different car manufacturers that manufacture cars driven by the internal combustion engine. We're going to see the same thing when it comes to these electric cars. We're going to see a host of manufacturers and providers. So that's not going to change. There's not going to be just one car company out there. But it does look like Apple wants to get into this business. And it's smart because, remember, Apple, they're known for their computers and their cell phones right now, primarily the iPhone. That's their hot product. And if you look back over the history of the mobile phone, that type of technology, it doesn't stay in the market forever. There was a time where the BlackBerry was all the rage, and you pretty much laughed at if someone sees you with a BlackBerry today. So that could be the fate of the iPhone. That could be the fate of the Android phone once the next hottest thing comes out. But the car business, that could be Apple's next big killer app, their next big thing. All right, so let's scan down here a little more. Hyundai Kia isn't the only entity in the automotive industry to talk with Apple about its latest ambitions. Late last year, Apple began reaching out to suppliers about potentially putting a vehicle into production. I do want to mention this, and I'll link to this article. If you've got the Wall Street Journal, you'll be able to read it. If you don't read the Wall Street Journal regularly, they'll probably let you take a look at this article. I do want to mention this. The fact that they're thinking about this partnership with Hyundai Kia is significant because Hyundai Kia, they're known for pretty affordable vehicles. Now, if Apple is approaching this from the standpoint of putting a very affordable vehicle out on the market, that could pose some problems to Tesla, because Tesla is, a high-end price tag. But if you can get a car in there that everybody can afford, if this is what Apple is trying to do, enter the market to pretty much have that mass-produced vehicle, then I don't know, it could be significant for them. Investors are likely to underestimate the financial impact of a potential Apple car, especially when considering the effect that Apple's entrance into other markets has had on the addressable opportunity, Katie Huberty, an analyst for Morgan Stanley, said in a note to investors. Simplistically, Apple typically expands the size of any market it enters. So again, we could see them coming in and blowing this thing up and offering a car at a price tag that is extremely affordable to, everyday people, the middle classes. If they can do that, I don't know. Now, they are known, for having high-end electronics, but if they can scale this down and make it affordable, then I think Apple's going to be off to the races. So I would like to see them do something that, diversifies their product line. I'm not telling you to purchase Apple shares. You got to do your own due diligence and figure out what's best for you. But this is pretty exciting news. We have been following this for a while. At the end of the day, I think there's more than enough room for quite a few entrants into this market. And, Tesla, they're working on an affordable car too. So let me just finish this out. Hyundai has been pursuing a place in that future as well. Of course, that future being electric cars. In 2019, it announced a $2 billion investment with supplier Aptiv PLC in a driverless vehicle joint venture. In December, Hyundai executives revealed a new electric vehicle platform called eGMP to underpin its next generation of battery-powered models that promised a range of 310 miles on a single charge. Well-known industry analyst Ming-Chi Kuo predicted to investors earlier this week that Apple's car could use the eGMP system. Merger of technologies there. Exciting stuff. We'll continue to take a look at it. Apple looks like it's doing what's necessary to flourish well into the 21st century. And I just want to leave you with this. Apple's got deep, deep pockets. We talked about that in the other video. They've got over $100 billion of cash just sitting on hand. That's a lot of money to do a lot of research and development and marketing and all that good stuff for a potential piece of technology like an electric autonomous vehicle.